Good afternoon, this is KOCO Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane. Here is your November 7th noon weather briefing on both the cold from this morning and then what we have coming in here over the next couple of days. These are the morning low temperatures that we had across the state of Oklahoma this morning. It was fairly cold. Now, the Oklahoma City metro, at least within Oklahoma County, did not get down to the freezing mark, although we certainly were pretty close, 33 degrees from Norman in the eastern parts of Oklahoma County. Now, El Reno got down to 27 degrees. Same thing as you make way out to Camargo, 28 degrees in Sealing for a low temperature, 35 in Fairview, and once again you can see many of us were well into the 20s and lower 30s, so it was a cold start to the day. Tomorrow morning likely will not be nearly as cold. Looking at the mid-level maps here across the United States and across North America, you can see we're watching another storm system that's now moving in to the Pacific Northwest, and this is going to bring in some snowfall. Winter weather advisories posted for northeastern Washington into Montana, and as you go in towards northwestern Wyoming here from Yellowstone down to the Grand Tetons, as we grab a picture here from the Jackson Hole Ski Resort here, and again this is going to be in the Grand Tetons. You can see the snow, it is coming down right here. So yeah, they're getting some much needed snowfall in the mountains. Looking at surface features across the United States, the middle of America is very quiet. You can see we're just dotting it with high pressures here, and as we look at some images coming in from across the middle parts of America here, surface, this is going to be the visible satellite image up on the right hand side of your television screen. Notice how we are basically cloud free. Now this is all snow that you're seeing up here and towards Nebraska and South Dakota, but Burlington, Colorado along I-70, which is right about here, clear skies, conditions, looks like pretty nice driving day there. And then as we go into Wellington, Kansas, which is right here, you can see the sky cam coming in from Wellington, Kansas. Looks like another nice day for driving across Kansas as well. And again, this is going to be a fairly quiet next couple days across the middle parts of America. Latest drought monitor just came out. Now this drought monitor did not take into account the most recent rainfall that Oklahoma had. However, this cutoff time here was 7 a.m. on Tuesday. So you can see here we had an expansion of the most significant drought that you can have in southwestern Oklahoma. That's an exceptional drought. That's certainly not a pretty sight to see there, and so you don't want to see this brown shading there. But yeah, that did expand by about 0.5% across the state. As we look at other places, Oklahoma County, Cleveland County, Canadian County, and basically any of us here shaded in white, we are still drought free. Even the yellow shading right here, this too is listed as being drought free. So those of us in Fairview, Sealing, and as you make your way out into extreme parts of western Oklahoma right around Sweetwater, you too are going to be listed as drought free. We are seeing right now extreme drought conditions ongoing across Guymon, so we certainly need to get the rainfall. This past week's rainfall, some of the heaviest rain fell across parts of the state that are not in the drought. Again, we need to see some heavier amounts of rain down in southwestern Oklahoma, and as you make way to Lawton, certainly did not see nearly as much, but we'll get an update on how this past week's rainfall impacted the drought monitor for next week. Again, that comes out next Thursday, and that's when we're likely going to start seeing another batch of changes coming in across the middle of America here, Southern Plains. Our next cold front, and the one that will bring in some precipitation, will likely come in here late Tuesday and into Wednesday. This right now coming in from the Euro model, showing that again a front coming right along I-40 late next Tuesday, and it looks like it will bring in some precipitation as we look even behind this front as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday time frame. Looking at least a 7-day projected moisture totals coming in here, it looks like we'll pick up at about anywhere between a tenth to a quarter to perhaps even isolated half-inch moisture amounts. And again, next week is going to be quite interesting when it comes to projecting the cold air coming in here and the amount of moisture that's going to be in place. Again, it's still a fairly long ways out, about 7 days out, but it's something that we will have to watch pretty closely. And of course, we'll have an update on what next week is looking like tonight on KOCO 5 News at 5, 6, and 10. See you then.